Welcome back to another episode here on the BerryCraft server. So we are here near what we've been working on for a while, which is our giant iron farm, which unfortunately I'm told breaks in the next update, but we are just going to reap the rewards as long as we can, and then we'll convert it into something else later. But we tend to do a lot of AFKing over here, and one thing that I keep running out of that we're using in all of our builds, like you see in the little storage building back there, I say little, but is Nether Wart. Because we're using red nether brick, we need a ton of bricks and a ton of nether wart in order to get that done. So I have a bunch of little farms all over the place, but there's nothing in an area that's kind of loaded all the time. And this area, well, you can't see it up there maybe afterwards. I have my cam account up there. You can just kind of make out the name a little bit there. Up there, AFKing here, getting us all the iron and ink, squid ink, for this farm. But down below, we're going to kind of turn this into a little bit of a warehouse. So I just wanted to do a little intro here and show you our accomplishments here. Blue has done all of these water streams and all of the redstone to make this whole thing work, and we are getting a ton of stuff. Cooked fish, iron, string. We just did a clean out, but we have more than enough squid ink and everything else that comes along with this. So, but I've got the little chunk visualizer on right now because what I want to do is down here, I've got my little smelter array as well. My temporary one until we get the kelp farm because I need a lot of nether brick as well. But we're going to put a floor in here, bottom half slab floor, so it's unspawnable, so that we can start building some farms up, some little farms up that we'll need under here. Because if this area is going to be continuously loaded, I want to make sure that we take advantage of that. So I am going to just start doing some slabby jabbies on the bottom half here and mark out on the chunks here. And once I get that done, I'll get back to you and show you a little bit more of what we're going to be doing today. Alright, we finished placing in all of our chunk borders here. Each one of these right down the middle is a border line, and we lit it up a little bit down here so it's not as dark. We've gone around the entire farm that's above, kind of stuck over in the back a little bit. I figured just the extra chunks would help us there. We've got a little bit left to do up in the front here, but the smelting array system is up here, so we really can't do that right now. But yeah, we got this all laid out, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the floors in between yet, but currently I'm going to leave them open. That way we can, whatever we decide to put in here, then we have plenty of space to do it. So I think I'm going to start with this chunk right here in the corner, and this is going to be where we're going to do our first little farm. So like I said earlier, I need a lot of nether wart, and I'm going to build a little farm that kind of goes up and collects down here at the bottom. And I'm going to try a little different style. We're going to do a flushing style, and I'm going to just do like a big spiral. So it's going to start at the top and come all the way down. We're going to put some stairs in, and so we can walk up the sides and plant. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it 2 deep or 3 deep, but I'm going to work all that out. So let me grab the supplies I need to get that going, and we'll be back and start this build. So we got a bunch of supplies here, and we're going to start building this up. I put in a little temporary floor here, and we'll probably add some lights into it afterwards. But first I want to find the center here. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 1. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to go that way and that way. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that is our center, and we are just going to drop in some hoppers here. Let's just drop them in here and here. And I still have no idea how I'm going to do this, but we're going to figure this out together. So I brought along some soul sand. So we're just going to bring this around this way. I'll leave room. So water is going to travel 7 blocks and then fall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The last one we're going to do 8. So that's 8 right there. So let's see what we can do on this side. 1, 2, 3. Did I do 3 or 4 on this side? I can't jump up that way. Right to the corner of the glowstone. So one more, that's 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now from there, we probably need to go up 1. So if we just do that, we can go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, we want 7 there, not 8. Because we want it to be able to cascade down. So let's just mirror that on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that correct? My math off here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 here and 7 there. Because I started a block different. Yep. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I gotta get my counting done here. Let's see what we got here. Let's get up here. So we want them to run right, the water to stop here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's going to make the corner. 5, 6, 7, 8. So this side is correct now. But is that outside? We'll have to test that with the edges. Maybe we'll have to add a third hopper in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go with 6 just because of the corners. That way we ensure the water falls all the way down. And now I need to get back up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might change this. This might be an interesting little build here. Alright, so I got a bunch of work done here, and this is my kind of my concept right now. So I just want to test water streams and how they're going to flow, and if I've designed this right. So I'm just doing a temporary. What's going to happen is things. Ooh, I got to put some signs in first. So let me just pull these out so they don't melt accidentally. I brought some signs over for our space over here. So I just want to be able to pop some signs over here so the water doesn't. Oh no, I want the water to flow down. I don't want signs in there though. Yep, let me just get back up here. So we're going to put in some temporary water sources up here. We're going to eventually do it with pistons that will be done by the push of a button from the bottom. So if I put water in here, it should drop down and flow to the nearest exit point. So if I do that and that and that and that, they should flow opposite each other, but I'm not getting that corner to continue. So that's something I have to figure out there. I need that to continue. How do I get that to continue? Let's see here. If I were to hold, let's put a block there and then a block there. Nope, that just created a bubble column. There we go. Those are sources now. I don't want those to be sources, though. Let's go to the other side, because we need to do the same thing down here, but... Darn it. Stop. I don't want you to go out there. Stop going that way. Alright, let me figure this out and I'll be back. Alright, so that last plan didn't work. I had to tear it all down, and I kind of toyed around with another little design here, and this is actually what I'm going to go with here. So this is just a layered system, nice and simple. It's all going to stack up on top of each other, and we'll have some walking area here where we can go around, and we'll have some water dispensers in the corner, which are going to kind of flush to the middle here. I've got the bottom layer here already planted. And what's going to happen is everything's going to wash right down the middle here and go down into those two water streams, which are then going to flow into the two chests we have in the front, which you can't see there underneath right there. So I'm just kind of going around and planting and stacking and planting and stacking right now. It's a nice boring job that doesn't need to be done on camera. But once I get to the redstone part of it and the dispensers for the water streams and everything like that, we'll come back with you and I'll show you how the farm actually will work once we have it running. So we will see you shortly. So we've kind of finished building up the farm here. As you can see, I've started planting some of it. I don't have any of the water droppers in yet or anything like that, but I had to go get some glowstone because I need to put that in those empty spaces in there just to light it up, make sure no mobs spawn. So hopefully I can reach it from here. Perfect. There and there. And we're going to get this completed. We got about a dozen of these to put in. And then I ran out of Nether Wart too, so I'm going to have to harvest some from below to continue working my way up this farm. Because it does tend... Oh, I can't get the ones from above. Okay. Let's see. There and there. This one seems lower than the other ones. I don't know why. Maybe it's just perspective. So I'm going to have to harvest some nether wart and continue planting. Each one of these pods takes about a stack and a half to completely... I was hearing noises, I thought it was a spider. To completely plant. So that is some serious nether wart when we talk about the number of layers we have here. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 layers. So we'll be able to make some pretty serious headway on what is needed to get the red nether brick that we use so much of all the time. And I'm sure this video is probably running long right now, but we're going to see, we're going to go, I think I have some more nether wart back at home base, our spawn house. We had a little nether wart farm underneath that for a while. Okay, that's not where I want to be, right there. Okay. So we're going to go check that out and grab some more nether wart and get this planted. Alright, we're going around here finishing off the flushing system here. I'm putting in all of the droppers, Still have to do all of the redstone lines to get them all, but I'll probably just put a little button down the bottom that'll send a pulse up through some redstone torches, something along those lines, to actually trigger most of these. I may use some observers just because we really need a quick pulse. I want to test it with an observer first, but all we really need is the bucket of water to dispense and then retract just so it pushes these out. But I probably want it a little longer than what a dispenser is going to do, because I want all the items to flush to the middle and get down. So probably an observer is a little too fast for the system. But we're going to do some testing here in a minute. Once I get all of these guys in, we'll test with the bottom layer, find some kind of system that will function for this and make this work. So we have 8 layers here, so that should get us a ton of nether wart every time we harvest. And with this being the main AFK area, this stuff will grow pretty often, and we can harvest it a couple times a day, which is exactly what we need in order to get the amount of nether wart we need for all of our red nether brick. So let me just finish this up here. It should only take me another second, and then we're going to move on to some redstone. All of the redstone is now complete. I did it all off camera and had some struggles with where I was going to put it and how I was going to connect it, but basically I ended up just going directly into the side of the dispensers here, coming up a glass stairway, I guess you can call it, tower, redstone up tower there, that came up and dropped off some redstone on each level all the way up. Repeaters to extend the signal out far enough so that it could reach all 4 dispensers. So everything here is across the back, with the dispensers getting a direct block in. That was something interesting with redstone here. If you had redstone right here on this block, this dropper would not get powered. Dispenser would not get powered. But because there's no redstone around it and the line goes directly into it, it will power it. So you don't have to use a repeater in order to power that unit. And as we put this around here, the way I wanted to kind of fill these up, or replant these, isn't going to work because I can't walk around the outside with all of this redstone here. So what I did was I just put in some fence gates so that I can just drop down here, come inside, do my planting, and then come back out and then go down to the next level here. I did hook up a single button to flush it, and I'm going to hook up a timing circuit to automatically flush it and then turn the flushing off. Well, we can run it now. If I push this button here, we hear all the clicking, and we'll see a ton of them come down. And I forgot to check how full my inventory was before I did this. And then once most of them are down, we just kind of push the button here. With the issue with hoppers right now, only collecting things in their first row, we end up with a ton of stuff sitting there and waiting. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of this stuff in my inventory off in here for now, just so that I can collect what's in the front and go do some planting. So all I do is I just come in here, and I want to, if I try to plant the whole thing, I found that anything on the sides here, on the top layer, ends up despawning. So I just kind of do a rough walk around anywhere where there's stuff on the sides, so a little rough planting here, and then make my way up to the next level. That way I don't lose anything. It doesn't despawn at all. This takes so long to grow already. I don't really need any of it despawning. I need all that I can. So I'm going to get this all planted, and while I do that, I just wanted to say, please stop by our Discord, our BerryCraft official Discord. You can come and hang out with us. We got some cool bots in there, some blame commands and blues a muffin command. Check out the other berries that are posting videos as well. They are all posted in our Discord, and all of their links are always in my description. We have our BerryCraft Twitter, as well as our BerryCraft Instagram page, where we show off pictures of some of our builds and things like that on a, I wouldn't say daily basis, but hopefully on a weekly basis, we're getting those posts out to you guys. And thank you again for all of your support. So I'm going to finish this off, get this all done, but I'm going to end my episode here. It's droned on for long enough, and this is a pretty simple farm when it comes down to it. So drop a like, think of subscribing if you would, and we'll see you next time. Have a very amazing day.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!